The Red Bull Grand Prix of the Americas produced an absolute stunner as Maverick Viñales claimed victory ahead of Pedro Acosta and Enea Bastianini, with the Aprilia rider completing the Texas treble to make history, becoming the first rider to win with 3 different manufacturers in the MotoGP era. Viñales produced a stunning comeback for the win. Launching from pole, Top Gun suffered a horrid start that dropped him to P11, but he quickly went about remedying the situation. On the opening lap, he made quick work of Franco Morbidelli and Fabio Di Giannantonio, while at the end of lap 2 he moved up to P8, having got up the inside of Yamaha's Alex Rins. His charge through the pack continued on Alex Marquez before overtakes on Enea Bastianini, Jack Miller and Pecco Bagnaia saw him enter into podium contention. Viñales was in irresistible form and swept past points leader Jorge Martin next before getting the better of rookie Pedro Acosta for the lead and a memorable victory. A truly remarkable way to win a COTA Classic, and there were plenty of other scraps for position across the field, so let's take a look at some of the other battles from the Americas GP. Brad Binder started P17 in Austin and got off to a decent start, but after a clash with Marco Bezzecchi he saw some of his aero package come flying off. As a result, he floated around the final point scoring places, where Trackhouse Racing duo Miguel Oliveira and Raul Fernandez helped demote the South African to P16. Binder managed to steady the ship and went by Rins on the approach into turn 1 before getting back ahead of Oliveira and Fernandez, allowing him to get on the coattails of teammate Jack Miller, passing the Australian on lap 15 for P9, where he would go on to finish the race. Elsewhere, Bezzecchi tried to make some early moves on Aleix Espargaro, with the Italian sticking one up the inside at turn 12, but he couldn't hold the position as the Aprilia rider fought back on the same lap and kept the VR46 rider at arm's length for the rest of the race, while Bezzecchi did make a move past Miller on lap 14 to take P8 behind Espargaro. It was a difficult weekend for the Yamahas at the Circus of the Americas, with Alex Rins and Fabio Quartararo qualifying further down on the grid, and then Rins crashing out of contention while battling with his teammate and Augusto Fernandez. There were some positives as Quartararo got the better of the Gas Tech 3 rider and then the better of Jack Miller to help himself to a P12 finish in Texas. Miller himself had an eventful race, running with the fastest riders at the beginning, clashing with Marc Marquez early on before his tyre suffered a dramatic drop in performance. Sliding down the pecking order, he battled with Alex Marquez before the Gresini rider crashed on lap 11, kick-starting a torrid few minutes for the Gresini team and the Marquez family, as elder brother Marc hit the deck moments later while leading. For Alex, he rejoined the race and picked up the final point scoring place ahead of Luca Marini. A Texas thriller brought an end to another round of MotoGP action. The championship now heads for Europe, with Jerez lying in wait for the Spanish Grand Prix. It's going to be unmissable, so make sure you tune in then.